Why Edo Assembly crisis can't be resolved politically. Speaker. Honorable Marcus Onobum was recently elected as Speaker of Edo State House of Assembly, replacing Honorable Frank Okiye, who emerged after the controversial inauguration of the Assembly on the 9th of June 17, 2019. In this interview, he shares his thoughts on the crisis of the House, the politics of the state, and the way forward. He was asked, "So much has been heard about Edo Assembly in the last few weeks. What is the current state of affairs?" The state of the Assembly, as you ask, depends on the context you are asking. For me, the Assembly is up and running, doing the business the people of Edo elected us to do. And as far as we are concerned, we're doing our best at ensuring the responsibility of the lawmaking and oversight are carried out diligently. As one of the youngest speakers in the country, what are you bringing on board differently? His response was, "At the Edo State House of Assembly today, I am the youngest, and if you watch what happened a few weeks ago, you will agree with me that it was a collective decision of all members of the House to make me Speaker of the House. I don't know the qualities I actually possess that made them to have that confidence in me. However, one thing that I can assure you is that for the fact that they have reposed this confidence in me as a youth representative, I will not disappoint them." This change of leadership came during the #EndSARS protests that rocked the nation, and one of those agitating today is youth involvement in governance, which I know I represent, looking at the polity across the country. So what my emergence signals is rapid and radical change in the way things are done and open up space for more younger ones to come into politics, governance, and administration. I have to maximize this opportunity in order not to block the opportunities of many other younger Nigerians. Let it be said that when Honorable Marcus Onobum was given a position of leadership at a young age, he was able to bring about the radical turnaround and the change that Edo people desired. Our responsibility in lawmaking. What are those laws that we are making? Are they for the betterment of the people? Are they about youth development? Are they about youth mainstreaming? Are they about youth inclusiveness? All of these are the things we have to start putting in place to support the government of Godwin Obaseki to bring the desired change to Edo people. Then, talking about oversight. Are we doing the job we are required to do? The legislators also have the power to check the excesses of the government. Do we have the courage to do what is necessary? What I can tell you is the things will change this time around. In checking some of these excesses, it does not mean we are in confrontation with the government, but we are helping the government and also reminding them of what we have appropriated and how it can be evenly distributed appropriately. I'm aware and conscious that I stepped into a very large shoes that I can assure you God will give us wisdom and will have the backing of young Nigerians to do that which will bring about remarkable turnaround. And in another 2 or 3 years, I can bet you Nigeria will never be the same again. I will tell you what happened now may have cost us so much casualties, but in a few years from now, taking the right steps, those confrontations, those agitations, those requests from the youth, the country will be better for it because more than half of the voting population today are youth, and we must begin to maximize such opportunities. Honorable Marcus was further asked, why was Okiye removed as Speaker? His response was, the House did not accuse Okiye of not sharing the money. What transpired was that the House of Assembly needed to strengthen the grounds for the jobs we were elected to do. And like I mentioned before, it was a unanimous decision by the House that I should take the mantle of leadership. You will recall that having gone through the process of signing the 9 signatures to take out the former Speaker, we realized that he had actually turned in his resignation earlier that day, but unfortunately our decision had reached the point of announcement of new Speaker before the letter of resignation. The news went out that the Speaker was impeached. However, we took steps to make the correction by commuting his impeachment to resignation. So I want to tell you that the House is together and Frank Okiye is with us, and today the 10 of us are together. They have so much confidence in my leadership, and remember, the Speaker draws strength from its members. The change of guards is to strengthen the base of the leadership, to refocus the direction of the House, and to give the best dividend of democracy to our constituents across Edo State. Marcus Onobunye was also asked, what is the disposition of the House to the 14-member-elect whose seats have been declared vacant? First of all, we are all politicians and there is nothing that is impossible. I would like to state that very clearly, that those 14 members elect seats have been declared vacant and you are aware that they are in court, and there's nothing any other person can do until maybe the court makes a pronouncement on it. But we're expecting that INEC should be getting ready to conduct election to fill those vacant spaces because we have to get it right. It is not easy for 10 people to do the job meant for 24 people. It is quite a Herculean task. We are overworking ourselves. Nobody can go for holiday or travel out of the state for 1 week. We are looking forward to having a complete House, and that is why I want to use this opportunity to call on INEC to quickly conduct elections to fill the vacancies and help the House to be 24 and all the constituencies represented. I've had to represent my constituency, represent other constituencies, and do their jobs in terms of lawmaking. Some areas you would have gotten support, but as it is, you can't get to that anymore because those people are not there. So it is not easy on us, and also the constituents that members have refused to come for inauguration, and there's nothing anybody can do about that except the court declares otherwise. Lastly, he was asked, as the governor's man, what is your take to insinuations that he masterminded your emergence as Speaker? His response was, he never masterminded my emergence. We are an arm of government and independent, and like I said earlier, the support I got was from the overwhelming members of the House, and you can attest to the fact that the way the House is run now, the governor tries as much as possible to allow the business of the House run without interference. So, if people expected that having changed leadership, the governor will go against it or not, is wishful thinking. I want to tell you that the House is restructured to support Obaseki. I want to tell you that the 7 of us who defected to the People's Democratic Party declared our support for the governor and also made a clear declaration to help him succeed for the betterment of Edo people. Wow, we can see that the crisis within the Edo State House of Assembly, it's all politically driven. Anyway, my people, let's hear your take down below in the comment section. Thank you once again. Please, if you haven't given us a thumbs up yet, do go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Click on the like button. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit on the subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to us. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye for now and God bless.